Let's talk about the momentum that we're seeing in the sector, because for the longest time pre-COVID, the real estate sector has been in a lull, so to speak. But now it seems like there's no stopping it, whether it's residential projects that are selling out like hotcakes. We've been talking about the pricing momentum that we're seeing. What is it that you're looking at for the sector ahead? Is there just going to be this momentum that will continue?
Hi, good morning, and it's good to be back on the show again. You're right. I think real estate as an industry continues to be on a strong wicket. We are seeing the bull run is continuing. Data on the site seems to suggest that while prices are up, and you showed that extensively on your infographics just now, but the rise in price is supported by robust demand. And both in Q1 and Q2, we've seen demand grow, both on a year-on-year as well as on a sequential quarter-on-quarter basis. Supply is still doing a catch-up job. So given how supply and demand therefore position, and the fact that sentiment in the market also seems to be very bullish, right, amongst buyers, we think there's strong legs for this bull run to continue for a while more.
But I want to break it up then when it comes to what's happening in the commercial markets and what's happening in the residential markets. Give us a broad color on where you think both these trends or segments may be headed.
Let's pick up residential first. I mean, what we are seeing is a 16% year-on-year rise in prices. Based on the city, there are cities where the price hike has been as much as 35-40%, primarily NCR, which has had one of the strongest price hikes this year. Demand is also up. It's up about 4% on a year-on-year basis and also growing sequentially, like I mentioned. And in general, sales are brisk. Transaction velocity is quite strong, and the upcoming festival season seems to bode well for the industry. Commercial is doing a catch-up job, and I think we are seeing more commercial uptick in pockets where job creation is strong. I'm particularly talking of the southern markets, Hyderabad and Bangalore here. But residential clearly leads the fray.
Okay, so Gulam, what we're trying to do here, and just wanted to come in here so that we can take the discussion forward. We've firmly established for our viewers that look, real estate is in a good groove. Whether it is commercial or residential, things are looking up and things will look up. Now, there was a time when stock market boom was fueled by real estate, but I would say right now the real stock market boom is also fueling the real estate prices. But they both are working in a very cohesive manner. What we want to understand from you, Gulam, now is that where we are headed, and do you expect in next 3 years commercial to do well or residential to do well? And you'll have to be specific here.
Okay, the vantage point we are looking at both sectors doing well at least for next 2 years. To start with, let's talk about residential. And mind you, while I'm sure you would be tracking those the listed stocks as well, the biggest number that you're looking at, current year's revenue, may not be looking at more than 35,000 odd crore. The best of the developers they talk about, current year's revenues. But do you know Emaar in the current year is poised to do 8 billion, which is almost about 70 crore or so. Which means that such a small market like Dubai is doing so well, why should India be behind? And that's where I'm trying to draw comparisons, that whenever we are talking about or getting into this debate as to why India is doing so well, when will the party end? I would say it will continue because we are an economy on an upswing. And next couple of years, we shall not see much of a concern as far as economic growth is concerned. That's reflecting on real estate. So to start with, residential real estate, at least for next 2 years. And of course, the biggest concern, as we heard earlier as well, is the price increase. As long as the price increase, the inflation in real estate prices is under check, we shall not see this coming to a halt at least for next 3 to 4 years. So residential market, in a nutshell, is doing fabulously well. Only one subsector of residential, which was the affordable housing, was not doing good for last 3 to 4 years. This year, with the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana 2.0, we are expecting even that sector getting a boost. So that has always been a major sector for the real estate as a subsector. And now even that expected to getting back on track. Overall, residential real estate is supposed to be continuing the momentum for next at least 2 to 3 years. Okay. On the office side, also, I would say while we are looking at one of the best year currently, even going forward, we still don't see any dark clouds even for office sector. So overall, I would say both the sectors will continue to grow in tandem and overall giving the real estate sector a very good position from here to at least next 3 years.